Have you ever wondered what sets wildly successful people apart? Is it their hard work, talent, drive? Is it luck? What is it? Guys, I'm going to reveal to you 5 habits of wildly successful people today and what I use in my life to get to where I am at this point, right? I've got freedom in my life to do whatever the fuck I want to do, you know, and I would say for a 23-year-old I'm not doing too bad, and I've also been exposed to a lot of wildly successful people and I see the exact same traits. These are traits that you can implement into your life today, okay? Right now I'm a bit sweaty because I just went for a big 5K run around the lake, and while I was running I realized something. Number 1 trait of wildly successful people is they have a clear vision, crystal clear goals, okay? You cannot by no means go about in your life trying to be successful if you don't have a clear vision, okay? One of the most interesting quotes I've heard recently is if you give a man a mission, a purpose, and a way to get there, he's gonna crawl over broken glass naked with a smile on his face. What that means is if you know where you want to go and you know exactly how to get there, you will do whatever it takes. You will take any necessary sacrifice to get there. Most people, you probably included, go about your life without thinking exactly where you want to go. Do you have a 5-year plan? Do you have a 2-year business plan? Do you even know what you want to achieve this quarter? Right? Last night I sat down for 3 hours with my friends and I calculated the next 5-year business plan. I calculated exactly what I wanted to achieve in this quarter. Habit number 2, execution over perfection. Earlier in the year I made a video about how perfection is almost like a slow poison. It's a glorified form of procrastination. Planning isn't doing, saying that you're going to do it isn't doing, telling your friends you're going to do it isn't doing, writing it down on a piece of paper ain't doing it, putting it on your fucking calendar isn't doing it, okay? The only thing doing it is execution, okay? So it's nice to be all, you know, fucking organized and have everything set up and you have your goals and your vision, but nothing actually fucking matters if you don't take a step forward in the right direction. Write down your goals. This is an exercise for you. Write down your goals. Write down what do you need to do exactly every day to get there and do it. Maybe your goal means you need to leave your hometown. Maybe your goal means you need to get new friends. Maybe your goal means you need to dump your girlfriend. Maybe your goal means you need to move out of your house. Maybe your goal is you need to get a new job. If you don't do those things, you're not going to achieve those goals that you've set for yourself. Okay? Execution, execution, execution. Number 1 most important trait after understanding what you need to be doing. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. I'm going to give you one example that you all know and one personal example. One example we all know is Jeff Bezos. He started Amazon in what? His fucking garage. Okay? Jeff Bezos in his garage. 2 months ago, I was in New York and I spent some time with a brand called New Naturals. Okay? New Naturals, when you see, you know, I was working there for a while, for a year, and I thought they were like way older than me, you know, wildly successful, where everything's set up. I get there, they're my age. And I'm gonna give you my second example of why execution is very important. See, the thing is, there's a nice saying I said in the last YouTube video. I said, the farmer that waits for perfect weather will never plant, right? And it's better to start messy than waiting forever. Procrastination is the killer of dreams. Perfectionism is the killer of dreams, okay? You start before you're ready. Nobody ever starts and they're ready, you know. You're never going to have it perfect. You're not going to have the right funds, this, that, organization. You start early and you learn as you go, right? How did I start as a fucking barber, mate? I started with a couple of fucking clippers in a room, right? And next thing I know, I'm in a barbershop lying, saying I can cut hair to get the job, and boom. Next thing I know, I'm fucking famous all around the world for cutting hair. That wouldn't have happened if I waited for the perfect moment, okay? So that just goes to show how important execution is. Execution, guys, execution. Okay. Number 3, the power of consistent discipline. Let's look at someone like Kobe Bryant, okay? Relentless. The power of compound interest, right? Everyone wants to talk about fucking finances, right? You put this and it compounds. But what about compounding discipline, okay? I always say this to people, it's better to be consistent rather than intense. I know too many people that are intense for 1 month, even intense for a month and a half, 2 months. Okay, but where are you over the last 4 years, over the last 5 years? That's where the power is. That's where the interest adds up. Okay, consistent discipline. Every single successful motherfucker that I've met in my life, okay, have been insanely consistent in their discipline. It may not have been the strongest discipline. In fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, my discipline ain't the strongest. I know I've got weak points, but I create systems in place, okay? If you need help creating systems in place to reorganize your life and achieve the dream life that you want, Click the link below. I've got all the information that you need to construct your perfect life and put systems in place to achieve the goals, become consistent with your discipline. Click below, find out more information. The fourth habit, okay? The fourth habit of wildly successful people. And this is one that it didn't take me so short time to realize, okay? Is resilience in the power of failure. How successful people are able to almost turn times of strife into times of progression, into times of learning, okay? There are so many times in my life where I was rejected, I was told no, I was told you're not good enough, I'm just to list a few off the top of my head. I got kicked out of my first university in America, I got fired from a very nice government job after 2 weeks, I was cut from a soccer team that I trained like my whole life to get into. I failed as my dreams as a professional footballer. I failed so many times in my life, but not once did I sit in my fucking room and cry like a little bitch. Not once did it ever happen to me, okay? Every single time I was like, okay, what's next? All right, I've learned this, what's next? And matter of fact, I'm so glad now that I can look back and say I failed, because if I didn't have those failures, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have the lessons I have today. Nothing makes me sadder in this life than seeing someone who has accomplished, or had everything given to them without experiencing some sort of failure, because they don't have the resilience that me and you can have, okay? Again, in my school community, I've got so many people, right, that have, overcome, that have inspired others in the community with their resilience. Just to name one is Marvin, okay? He's one of the members from Portugal, and he is such an important member to my community. We have weekly group calls in there, so if you want to join a weekly group call, we have weekly group calls, and every now and then he drops a bit of advice. He's a little bit older than me, in his early 30s, and like the power of resilience I learned from him, okay? And a lot of people in the community have learned from him. So if you're interested, guys, check out the community and get to know the other members, and you might learn a thing or two. Habit number 5 of highly wildly successful people, right? Obviously, this should come as no surprise. Strategic networking. You want to surround yourself with not only like-minded individuals, but you want to surround yourself with people who have different opinions, okay? A lot of the friends I choose to be friends with or choose to keep around me, I like them because they have slightly different opinions on life, okay? You don't need like-minded individuals that are 100% the same like-minded as you, okay? Otherwise, you'll never grow. You'll be stuck in the same pool of stagnation. You'll never grow as a person. With that being said, you also need to be very strategic with your relationships. You need to see them as opportunities for growth, okay? I've said this before, especially I think in the last YouTube video, if you hang with, 2 millionaires, you're going to be the third. And if you hang with 2 smokers, you're going to be the third. So, here's an engagement tip right now. Who's in your circle right now that can provide you with some growth? How are they influencing you? Successful people see relations as opportunities for mutual growth, and that may seem foreign to a lot of people, but a lot of people may see that that's not the right way to go about personal relations, but that's the bare truth. If you want to be successful, it really is not what you know, it's who you fucking know. These 5 habits: vision, action, resilience, okay, connection, discipline. These 5 habits will transform you as a person in 2025. It isn't just traits, it isn't just character, skills. Get a mirror. Write down your goals right now. Get a mirror on your fucking wall in your bedroom. Write down your goals, so when you look up in the mirror every morning, you see your face, you see your goals, take action, be disciplined, choose who you're fucking friends with, and make some growth, okay? I'm gonna end the video right now. Check out the school community, link below. We're growing every day. And I promise you, 2025 is gonna be your year, okay? Catch you later.